Happy Monday. It is April 27th, and our lesson today is going to be beginning Unit 10. I can't believe it. We are on our final unit, boys and girls. And it's a really exciting unit. It's about things in motion. And I'm going to go ahead and flip over to the introductory page in our mentor reading book. So this is what it looks like. It is forces motion. In this unit, we will learn how things move. Look at the photos. In the first photo, we see a roller coaster is moving very fast. In other photos, a boy is moving on a swing, and a man is moving on a bike uphill. In the last photo, a powerful rocket is getting ready to speed into space. How do you move from place to place? And how do you know when something moves?
Topic 10. Forces and motion. Essential question. What makes things move?
So that is what our focus is what makes things move. And we will see throughout this unit that there are different ways to make things move. Things move all around us. I have a question about what makes things move. How can I make my wagon move? What causes a car to move? When does a ball move? So think for just a moment of our question words: who, what, when, where, or how. And see if you can come up with a question for this unit. What questions do you have about this unit? About things that move? Or just what we're going to be reading? See if you can come up with maybe one or two questions about this unit and say it out loud in a complete sentence, and maybe somebody nearby can hear you. All right, now we're going to move on to our shared reading. So you may go ahead and get your red shared reading book and open it up and turn to page 14. Make sure you have a yellow crayon, the rest of your crayons, a pencil, eraser, and maybe even a bookmark that you can be following along to read. So I'm not using our big book today. We're just going to use our shared reading book, so you can write in it whatever I am writing in. But first, we're going to just talk about this story. So this is titled, How Many Ways Can You Move? This text clearly has real photos, so we know that this is an informational text and that it is a nonfiction. It is real. So look at the picture of the three children, the three girls that are on the grass. What are they doing? You can see that they are running, they are holding hands, they are playing. Looks like they're laughing, and they're clearly having a good time. How are they moving? What is it they're doing that's causing them to move? What are some other ways that you can move your body to get from one place to another? And how do you make something move like a bike? These are just some questions I want you to be thinking about. So going back to the very beginning up at the top, we're going to go ahead and just listen to this. We're not going to write on it. We're not going to circle anything. I want you just to listen as the narrator reads.
How many ways can you move? All around you, things are moving. You are moving too. That's how you get from place to place. You might tiptoe in a quiet way or march in a noisy way. There are many ways you can move. How can you move?
Circle the words
That
Okay.
begin with
All right, so we're going to stop there for just a moment. And I want us to talk about those three questions that I mentioned at the beginning. How are the children in the photo moving? You can go ahead and say your answer out loud. If you said that they are moving by running with their feet, that would be a correct answer. What are some other ways that you can move your body to get from one place to another? Think of the ways that you move from one place to another. You walk, you can run, you can skip or hop, glide, even crawl. The last question says, how do you make a bike move? So think about how you make a bike move. What is it you do with your feet to make a bike move? If you said to pedal with your feet, that would be correct. Think of the other things that you or your family use to help you to move. How do you get to school? Do you walk? Do you ride a bike? Do you ride in a bus? Or do you ride in your parents' car? Those are some ways that you get from one place to another. If we wanted to go farther, like maybe to another city or to another state, we might get there by car, we might get there by train, by plane, bus, or even a boat. So those are some different ways that we can move. Throughout this unit, we will be seeing and reading stories about such ways to move. So now we're going to begin using our materials to mark up our story here in our shared reading book. So let's begin by taking our pencil first, and I want you to go ahead and circle the end marks. We have a question mark here, which means we ask a question. We have a comma here, which means we pause. A period means we stop. Another comma, means we pause. And then an exclamation point means we show strong emotion. So we want to make sure we do that when we read this, and then a period at the end. So a lot of punctuation on this first page. Coming over to the next page, we have another exclamation point. Circle that with your pencil. Means we show strong emotion. We have another strong emotion and a final question mark. Excellent. Okay. Now we're going to practice reading it together and using the punctuation marks. So just go ahead and you can use a bookmark or your finger to follow along with me. How many ways can you move? All around you, things are moving. You are moving too. That's how you get from place to place. You might tiptoe in a quiet way or march in a noisy way. Those are just a few of the many ways you can move. How can you move? So again, we already talked about the ways that you can move and how you get from place to place. So as we just read, we're going to underline the key details that tell ways to move. First, I'm going to underline the word tiptoe right over here. Take your pencil and underline the word tiptoe. And if you want, you could stand up right now and practice tiptoeing. That is one key detail that tells the way to move. So I'm going to put a number 1 up here. What is another way? When you tiptoe, you're walking or moving in a quiet way. We can underline the word quiet to go with that. Or what is another way that we can move? We can move in a noisy way by marching. It says march in a noisy way. So I'm going to put a number 2 right there. So these are just a few of the many ways that you can move. Excellent. Now go ahead and it says circle the words that begin with M. So we are going to circle today the words that begin with M. Take your pencil and look for all of those words. We see the word many. We can go ahead and circle the word many. And then we see the word move. And then we have moving again. Moving with M being right at the beginning. Might. March. Wow, we have a lot today. The word many again. The word move again. And another word move. Boy, I hope I got them all. Double check, make sure that I got them all. We're going to go ahead now and count. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, here's another one I missed. 7, 8, 9, 10. Wow, that is a lot. We're going to come down here and write the number 10. Now we're going to pick up our yellow crayons and we're going to highlight our sight words. If you want to stop the tape right now and find them first and then start it up again to see if you got the correct ones, you can do that. Otherwise, you can just do it with me. So we have can, you here, are, you are, you again. And 2, even though we've highlighted it in the past, oh, it was our Unit 9 word. We finally did use that one. Sorry about that. I have a list in front of me. I'm double checking since we have so many sight words now. In is not one of our sight words. We always think it is because we have is. Quite a few. The, oh, and let's not forget of. We learned that. Oops, here we go. Of the, you, and can. Wow, we have a lot again. Okay, I think I got them all. Can you double check? Make sure. All right, we're going to count how many highlighted words now that we have. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Wow, I think that's the most we've had all year. So right down here, we are going to write the number 19. And then we're going to write those words. So let's begin with can. You. We see that a lot in this story. The words can and you. Are. I think my writing is getting a little neater. I'm getting used to using this. To is not a sight word. Oops. Yes, it is. Keep getting that mixed up with in. To. And we already have are. And we need of. The. And I think that's it. I think that's all the different ways. So I would like you to now put your yellow crayon aside and using your pencil and crayons, draw a picture of one way that you move or maybe your favorite way to move. If you like riding on a train, like Lonnie could draw a picture of a train. and him on the train. If you like riding a bike, you can draw a picture of you riding a bike, or maybe skipping or hopping or jumping. There's lots of ways we move, so you get to decide how you want to draw your picture, and you can send it to me. I'd love to see what you decided. And that concludes our shared reading and our introduction to Unit 10. Have a wonderful Monday, and I will see you later. Bye-bye.